Food, the one thing that brings us all together and the one thing everyone always asks when you travel to a different country. Hey, how was the food? Did you like it? But that doesn't mean that all food is good. But here are 10 food items in Germany that just would not make it in America. I need a drink to this. Number 1 actually isn't a food, it is a drink and it's called Spacey. Honestly, I think this was the worst decision ever from Germany. It's Coke mixed with Fanta. And a lot of you might be thinking, that sounds like a great idea. No, it is not. I have yet to meet a single American that has said, oh, I really like Spacey. Only Germans like this, and I think it is the worst decision ever made. Number 2 and 3 kind of tie into each other, and this may be my personal opinion, but I know for a fact a lot of Americans agree with me, would be the cakes and the pies. Germany is notorious for their cakes and pies. They have so many different variations. But the reason why they would not make it in the US is because this is the amount of sugar Germans use, and this is the amount Americans use. I was actually at a birthday party, and there was a couple of other Americans, and then the Germans ate the cake, and they were like, oh, this cake is so good. The Americans took one bite, looked up, spit the cake back out, and was like, I'm good, because it just didn't have enough sugar in it. The Germans thought it was too sweet, whereas the Americans were like, does this have any sugar in it? Number 4 isn't naturally a German food, but it is what the Germans do with this, and it is Blutwurst, which is blood sausage. And the reason why the German way of making this would not make it in the US is because they have dishes with applesauce, mashed potatoes, and Leberwurst, which is liver sausage. Doesn't sound that appetizing, does it? Number 5 would actually be Soße. So this is actually a meat that is normally made from pig's or calf's head, or the tongue, or the feet. Sometimes even a heart, and aspic. Ugh. Aspic itself is just nasty. Number 6 will actually be Milbenkäse. Milbenkäse, ugh. If you're like me, I love cheese. Even though I'm lactose intolerant, I cannot get enough cheese because it is so good. But this cheese, I think a lot of Americans would pass on. Why, you ask? Because this is cheese that is placed into a wooden box and then is left in this wooden box for 3 months with mites. And these mites actually eat the outer layer of the cheese, and the liquid that these mites ooze ferments the cheese. And so 3 months later, when the cheese is ready, you actually eat it with the mites still alive. Doesn't sound that appetizing. I think I need to wash that down a little bit. Number 7 would actually have to be Schmaltz. Schmaltz, I don't understand why people like this. Like, I really don't. It is pig fat spread on bread. You can even do it as a sandwich and just eat it. Who wants to eat pig fat? Number 8 was actually very popular in my region, and I'm not gonna lie, I ate this a lot, but I wasn't very impressed with it. I ate it mainly because I got free food at my job, and this was served a lot. And that has to be Maltose. And this is actually very popular with the soup, but to me, it just doesn't have enough flavor or taste to actually make it in the US. When you think the US, you think big flavors and big taste, and this was just very bland to me. Not a lot of flavors or taste at all. So I personally do not think this would make it in the US, even though it's a normal food. Number 9, I don't understand why the Germans are like, how can we make salad more interesting? Oh, I know, let's make a salad made out of meat. So it is called Wurstsalat, which is literally just meat salad or sausage salad. But it's just a meat salad with pickles and sometimes cheese. Honestly, does this even count as a salad if it's only meat? And number 10 would actually have to be Leberwurst. I think you can guess what the name of this means. It means liver sausage. Who wants to eat liver? I know I don't. Even though these foods wouldn't make it in Germany, Germany has a lot that it can teach the US. So click this video right here to see what America can actually learn from Germany.